Hello, Northern Utah. Welcome back to Facebook Live. We are starting a new week. It is a Monday. It's Heidi Bencomo coming to you live with Stephen Farrell, Eric Johnson. I guess he's this direction. Sorry. Stephen Farrell, Eric Johnson. And we are going to be talking about what is going on in Northern Utah right now. Some crazy stuff has been happening. We are seeing changes that are absolutely incredible and some changes that absolutely suck. And we're going to be talking about all of it here live with you right after this amazing introduction.
Boom. One of my favorite things working at Burnout, that's a good baseline, Luca. Nice work.
Back.
All right. So Heidi, thank you for that nice introduction. What the heck is going on right now? We've got turnover. We've got lots of job openings. They just keep getting more and more and more. We've got the stimulus. I think the last couple checks just went out. I think everyone's gotten their checks so far that should get them. And it's just wild. And Heidi, people are burnt out. They've had enough.
Burnout is a real thing right now. They've been working overtime and trying to catch up with everything for months now. I mean, we're going on, a year since COVID started? And I mean, it's been absolutely insane. You've had people that have been laid off. You have people that have been living off unemployment. And it's those that are working are experiencing burnout like you've never seen before.
Yeah, Eric, you can probably relate to this. The people that, have stuck it through have, been fortunate enough to have jobs, right, where their industries didn't get shut down or their plants. The places that stayed open through the pandemic and beyond, we all had to stay and work, and we had to cover for, the people we lost that, didn't come back to work or found work elsewhere, maybe a different industry. And so the same amount of work needed to get done. In fact, it just increased, but the amount of people available kind of decreased a little bit.
And some of those jobs where it's not even just that so many people had left or, they weren't working anymore, that production suddenly kicked up. It's that some of those products are now being used more now than they ever have before. I mean, you think at the beginning it was toilet paper products, and then it was, plastic bags, plastic everything.
Oh my gosh.
And we're playing catch up. Anybody who used to have even storage of saying, okay, we've got, a month's worth of orders here, 2 months worth of orders here. Now all of them are behind on their orders, and you're having to work twice as much just to keep up with the demand that's going on right now.
Yeah. Eric, any 2 cents? True. So we're going to talk about Gödel's incompleteness theorems today, but I changed my mind. We're going to talk about burnout.
The thing is, with people working from home, it's actually been shown that they're working more hours from home than they were in the office, because it's feeling like you have to prove to your boss that you were actually working all day. And people get started at work earlier. They stay at work later. There's less structured hours for work. So they're working the second they wake up until they're absolutely burnt out at the end of the day until they go to sleep.
Yeah.
They don't take lunches. I mean, it's been absolutely insane.
Well, in the Wall Street Journal last month reported a survey that there was a 16% drop in engagement from those that worked from home. And then over 50% of those surveyed mentioned they'd be looking for a new job, which we're seeing that, right? 34% do not feel valued at work, and 69% say their relationship with the managers will improve if they would just be recognized more. So how do we recognize people? How do we recognize our team when they're being worked to death? You don't have the budgets for the fun stuff. You can't go and do fun things because it's not safe, right? Group get-togethers are still not really appropriate at this point in the journey. So what do, guys? How do we make our team feel good and still work them like crazy? and get just as much productivity out of them.
I think they're simple, telling somebody that they matter, showing somebody what their work is actually contributing to be able to say that, yeah, you're working all these overtime hours. And I know it seems like you're just making us money, but look, this is coming back into your pocket this way. This has an end. This is going to be beneficial to you and your family. This is beneficial to those around you. Anything like that where you can show them that their work actually does make a difference.
Yeah, that's a great point. Just a simple thank you goes a long way.
Yeah, I think it is the little things right now. We try to do something fun on Fridays. Definitely we had a new team member join our group last week, and decorated the desk and do donuts and just try to do we're all in it together kind of mentality. So even like I said, it doesn't have to be a big expensive, we're going to go to the movies or we're going to go do Topgolf or something like that. Just try to find little moments to show your appreciation. I think the main thing is if it's legitimate, if it's somebody can tell it's genuine, then it goes a lot further than even just doing materialistic type of things.
Yeah. I actually have a manager here in the office who started something called Gift Fridays, where we send gifts out on Friday to both us and to any of the other offices that we work with. And it spurred up a conversation with one of our branches that we work very closely with. I sent out a gift that had to do with Harry Potter, and then we got on topic of a Harry Potter thing. And then we were able to sit there and talk and just have a conversation and feel a little bit more connected to each other over something very, very simple. And it cost no money to our company.
Is it GIF or GIF?
It's GIF.
GIF?
I just checked with Paula. It's GIF.
There's a divide in this country on if it's GIF or GIF. It's a very real battle.
Paula says, well, the right people say GIF.
Well, my friends at Microsoft say it's GIF, and I think they developed it, so I don't know.
GIF is peanut butter.
All right. Speaking of Microsoft, they did some studies, and they found that new hires that relied on manager support, their retention improved by 20% during the pandemic. So really showing a new hire that you're here for them, you're supporting them, you're walking them through the process, you're being there for answers, you're doing end of day huddles with them, end of week huddles. That really makes a difference in retention efforts. So just think about that, Eric. You got a new hire. Eric actually does a good job doing that.
But not, like last week was a crazy week, and this week's, today's been a crazy day. So it's definitely something to be mindful of. I probably haven't been as available, just because it's a Monday anyhow. But then on top of that, there's been some other stuff, and so I probably need to, make sure that I don't think they're watching. So hopefully, need to. If you tend to do a good job of it under normal circumstances, like I said, there's still, not 100% at normal circumstances, and it's always good to kind of just be mindful and try to reflect and make sure that you're doing what you should be doing.
Yeah, well, thank you. So I just want to go through this. And by the way, a quick announcement before we go any further: we are doing a Facebook job party next Friday from, I think, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to have some of the best companies in Northern Utah be represented during this Facebook Live, HR managers and recruiters from these companies, and it's going to be a live Q&A. You can interact with them, they're going to talk about the companies they represent. They're going to talk about the openings, what it takes to be successful there. We did this back in October. Huge hit. It's much better than a drive-through job fair, in-person job fair. This is going to be a job fair, but with a slight twist. It's going to be very interactive. It's going to be live versus a digital room where you're clicking into each jobs and applying. This, you're going to be able to interact with the HR manager on Facebook Live. So mark your calendars. We'll go live in these groups next Friday. So the next point in this article, Heidi and Eric, is it's not about making your team work harder. It's about making sure they do not work too hard. Like timeouts, fewer distractions, more controlled environments, and allowing your team to recharge. So in other words, it's about getting to the same destination, but driving on the opposite side, metaphorically speaking.
Right. Yeah, I was actually reading on that, and it was talking about how it's more productive to have somebody, work really, really hard for an hour and then take a 5-minute break, and then work really hard for an hour and then take a 5-minute break. Just to make sure that you prevent some of that burnout, because, as we get going, we're working really hard throughout the day, but then you get exhausted and you are tired. And then your efforts by the last 5 hours of the day are half of what they should be. And so taking time to stop actually is helping. So instead of having them work harder, not working too hard or taking more breaks in between, I did like how it said having scheduled breaks in there. So that they can expect those breaks. They know, okay, if I could just work really hard for another 15 minutes, I get a 10-minute break, and making sure that they take those lunches, even if they're working from home.
Yeah, it's a really good point. People laugh at me, but when I leave my office to go visit another branch or another office, I listen to like spa type meditation music in my car, and it helps me just get focused on the next task at hand, the next visit, the next meeting. It just gets me re-energized, refocused. And, I think having some sort of pause in between tasks to help you, like, okay, I just completed this task. What am I focusing on this task? What do I need to accomplish? What's the desired outcome? How long is it going to take? Like, really get in the zone prior to actually starting, giving yourself that breather. And maybe you're doing that over the water cooler, or getting some coffee, or maybe you're putting some headphones in for 5 minutes to get yourself reset. And I think it's absolutely crucial to give you that longevity throughout the day to keep that energy going. Or Mountain Dew.
You should, Mountain Dew's a choice, that's definitely a choice.
That re-energizes people.
Yeah, depends on the person. But you should listen to Eye of the Tiger anytime you're between tasks.
Yes.
It's approximately 5 minutes long, and then you're ready to go for the next thing.
I used to listen when I did door-to-door sales. I played Eye of the Tiger on my MP3 player. That's how long ago it was. In between, like, each neighborhood where I'm walking from one cul-de-sac to the next, I was just listening to Eye of the Tiger. Had it on repeat. This is the only song on my MP3 player. All right. Next.
I was thinking like "We Will Rock You" instead of "Eye of the Tiger."
That's choice.
We will rock you. Okay. Set precise.
The fact that Steven had one song on his MP3 player, is this the story inspiring or just a little sad?
What? Excuse me? It's inspiring, Eric. Okay.
Well, at least you weren't. It sounds like you weren't on LimeWire and stuff like that, or Napster. So good on you.
Yeah, I don't do illegal activities.
You're buying your about 1.99 song.
Set precise business hours for various actions. So just because you're open 9 to 5 doesn't mean you're open 9 to 5, Eric. Sometimes it makes sense to be open 7 to 7, right?
What am I getting out of this? I thought it was precise business hours for certain actions. So.
No, it just makes sense to, be strategic about when your business is coming in and when it's leaving and when it's slow. Like what are your most productive times of the day? It doesn't always fit in the traditional 9 to 5, or if you're in a production facility, you run 24/7, but are you more productive on a 12-hour shift or more productive on an 8-hour shift? Are you more productive on a set schedule or a rotating schedule or a 2-2-3 schedule? Like, I think we need to question the norms, because right now we need more flexibility in the workplace and not a rigid approach like everyone used to take, because it just doesn't work anymore in this environment. And maybe that'll change down the road, but that's not going to change anytime soon. So is your rigidness getting you where you need to go in your business, in your production needs, in your office needs? Are they meeting your customers' needs? Or is there a more flexible approach that you need to take That's something to think about. All right, have a theme day. So, I know one office does like a hat and jean day every Friday. Eric, what do you guys do every Friday?
We don't do anything specific, but we've done different things at different times.
Yeah.
We've done on Fridays, or we've done other types of, rock teas on Fridays, stuff like that. So we've done different things.
Heidi, you got your gift days.
We have our gift Fridays, but I thought it was really unique. I actually have a dad that works over at a well-known company here in the Valley, and every Thursday they do Hawaiian shirt Thursdays. So every Thursday, whether you're on the production floor, whether you're in the office, you wear your craziest like Hawaiian flower print t-shirt, and they have fun with it. They've done different things like that, or where they wear khakis. What was it? It was Khaki Wednesdays or something like that, where they did for a little while, where they wore khakis on Wednesdays. Just fun, unique things, ugliest t-shirt Tuesdays. Something to make people laugh.
I like ugly shirt Tuesdays. That sounds fun, Eric. Every day is an ugly shirt day for me.
Right.
All right.
You wear the same like button-down
dress shirt every day.
I don't own any button-down dress shirts. Every shirt I have has a button.
Okay, and then let's see. And then 2 year.
Yeah, that's a button-down shirt. The buttons go down your shirt.
It's okay, Eric. He's uneducated.
Whoa. Ouch. All right. Well, let's wrap things up. At the end of the day, employee engagement is important. It's more important now than it ever has been, because you're asking to get more out of your team, right? And your team is smaller. I know our team is very lean, and Eric, you can attest to this. I mean, I ask a lot out of the team. You ask a lot out of your team. Heidi, just I don't know. What do you do, Heidi?
We share the workload over here
you-
in the office. There's only 2 of us to run a whole office, and we have over 100 employees that we work with and several companies that we work with, and there's only 2 of us here. So we share the workload. We communicate. My boss is really, really good about letting me know where she needs me and making sure that I know every aspect of the business working so that I can help her as needed, and that when I take a phone call from a company, I don't need to transfer them 5 times to figure out what to tell them. I know exactly what to tell them. I know what to tell the associates, and she's really good about that.
Exactly.
Makes me feel like a valuable team member.
Eric, we got to cross train our people, right? So they don't have to make 5 calls to give the associate an answer.
Right. Or, whether it's 5 calls, transferring the associate, or putting somebody on hold, and then doing chats, calls.
United States.
It's a good idea.
It is
And
when somebody's new, of course, it's all going to be a learning experience. We get time under their belt. It definitely makes sense to try to increase their bandwidth and
at least probably
give them
a 2 week or something like that.
I apologize.
Gosh.
Okay.
She wants to be that loud. Just jump on next time. So cross training is a good thing. And then, like I said, Heidi's team is a 2-person team, so you have no choice but to make sure you both know, because if somebody's out, obviously that means you're the office. You're the team. So, and even when you're both there together, you got to find a balance. You don't want to.
Yeah.
Paul's taking her 3-hour spa lunches while Heidi's there. You're working 7 to 7, so you don't have that type of relationship in a 2-person office either.
Yes.
Well, we actually had an associate that he started in one department but wanted to learn the different aspects of the company so that he could grow within that company. And the company was awed by it, and they were, really accommodating, said, "Okay, this week you're starting over here. Let me know, if you get the hang of that and want to change again." And it made him feel like he was not just a valued member of the team, like he actually had the opportunity to advance. You always say there's advancement opportunities, but then the second they want to change, it's always like, we got to wait till we train your replacement. We got to wait till we get somebody in here. instead of starting to cross train them as much as possible, or stick a supervisor on the line, somebody that started out as a lineman, stick them there for a minute so that you can cross train them somewhere else. And it really made him feel valued, and it really helped the company in the long run because he's one of their hardest workers.
Yeah. Makes a huge difference. All right. So to sum it up, it's not just about more work, right? We all have more work.
Not just about working harder.
Yeah. It's taking care of your people, make them feel valued, and getting creative on, how to deal with an overwhelming workload and making it fun and making your employees feel valued, and getting creative. Okay. Well, we have jobs, elwoodjobs.com, over 542 openings right now across Northern Utah. If you're looking to make your next career move, now is the time. We are the front door of some of the best companies in Northern Utah. Give us a call, design your own job, Eric. Tell us your shift, the pay, the type of work you're looking for, and we're going to align that with a couple of opportunities that'll be a good fit. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget Facebook Live Job Party, not this Friday, but next, the 16th, Friday the 16th, 11 to 2, 3-hour event. You don't want to miss it. You're going to get to interact with some of the best HR managers that are out there, and it's going to be fun. With that, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.
See you guys.